In this lecture, I am going to explain how to identify the infeasible solution of a linear programming problem while using dual simplex method. Consider the example. Solve the following LPP by dual simplex method. Objective function is minimization, subject to three constraints, and all variables are greater than or equal to 0. First step, convert the problem to dual simplex form. For that, first the objective function should be maximization form. So here the objective function is minimization. Convert it into maximization by using the relation minimum z equal minus max minus z. So we consider max minus z, that is the negative of this objective function, that is minus x1, minus 2x2, minus 3x3. And the next second step in the dual simplex form is convert the greater than or equal constraints, if any, to less than or equal constraint by multiplying minus 1. First constraint is greater than or equal, third constraint is greater than or equal. So convert these two constraints to less than or equal type by multiplying with minus 1. So multiply first and third constraints by minus 1. So first constraint minus x1 plus x2 minus x3 inequality become change, that is less than or equal to minus 4. Third constraint minus x2 plus x3 less than or equal to minus 2. Okay. And the second constraint as it is, since it is less than or equal to type. Now all constraints are less than or equal type. So add slack variables to convert to equality type. Add slack variables s1, s2, s3 in the constraint. First constraint minus x1 plus x2 minus x3 plus s1 equal to minus 4. Second constraint x1 plus 2x2 plus 2x3 plus s2 equal to 8. Third constraint minus x2 plus x3 plus s3 equal to minus 2. Okay. As usual in the matrix form, Ax equal to B. Coefficient matrix A equal to first column x1 variable coefficients minus 1, 1. There is no x1 term in the third constraint, coefficient 0. So minus 1, 1, 0. x2 column 1, 2, minus 1. x3 column minus 1, 2, 1. s1 column 1, 0, 0. s2 column 0, 1, 0. s3 column 0, 0, 1. So this is the coefficient matrix. And variable vector capital X equal x1, x2, x3, s1, s2, s3. And right side vector small b equal minus 4, 8, minus 2. Next, initial basic solution. Here also not feasible, that is just it is solution. So for that we choose slack variables s1, s2, s3 corresponding to unity matrix as basic variables. Then initial feasible solution is xb equal b inverse b, as usual in the regular simplex method, and vector capital Xj equal b inverse aj, that is aj, and scalar delta j equal to cbxj minus cj. Write in tabular form. So take this structure of the table. First column basic variables, second column their cost cb, third column solution xb, then vectors x1, x2, x3, s1, s2, s3. Here we calculate delta j values. In the last row we find maximum ratio test. Right here cost of variables from the objective function. Objective function is this: x1 cost minus 1, x2 cost minus 2, x3 cost minus 3, s1, s2, s3 slack variables, their cost zeros. Next, write the basic variables. First place s1, second place s2, s3, their cost 0, 0, 0. Solution xb equal to small b, that is minus 4, 8, minus 2. x1 column minus 1, 1, 0. x2 column 1, 2, minus 1. x3 column minus 1, 2, 1. s1 column 1, 0, 0. s2 column 0, 1, 0. s3 column 0, 0, 1. Next, find these delta j values. First delta 1 equal CB into x1 minus this value. Since CB entries all are zeros, so CB x1 is 0 minus or minus 1 plus 1. Okay, this is plus 1. Similarly, delta 2, CB into x2 minus of minus 2, so plus 2. Next, delta 3, CB x3 minus of minus 3 plus 3. And S1, S2, S3 are basic variables where delta J values zeros. So this is first table. Now verify the optimality condition. Before that, verify whether this method is applicable or not. Here observe all delta J values. All delta J are greater than or equal 0. So this dual simplex method can be applied to this problem. Okay. Now this is the objective function value ZB, CB, XB, 0. Next, optimality condition. All delta J greater than or equal 0. So this method can be applied. And observe the solution values minus 4, 8, minus 2. That is all XBI not greater than or equal 0. So optimal condition is not satisfied. So present solution is not an optimal solution. Now we have to improve the solution. For that, we have to find new basic solution by replacing one of the basic variables by a non-basic variable. For that, first we find leaving basic variable XBR equal minimum of XBI such that XBI less than 0. So these two are minimum values, minus 4, minus 2. So minimum of minus 4, minus 2, that is minus 4. So this is XB1, first variable, first basic variable XB1, that is S1. So S1 is leaving basic variable. So circle this pivot row. Okay, right, next. Verify the infeasible condition. Observe the entries in pivot row. So all entries in pivot row are not greater than or equal 0. So the problem has no infeasible solution. That means the problem has a feasible solution. Next, to take the maximum ratios. So this is a negative entry. So consider the ratio corresponding with delta J value, that is 1 by minus 1. This is positive, leave it. This is negative. Consider the ratio with delta J value 3 by minus 1. This is positive, leave it. This is 0, leave it. This is 0, leave it. So we have only two ratios. 1 by minus 1, that is minus 1, minus 3. So maximum of these two ratios is 1 by minus 1. And the corresponding variable x1 is entering basic variable. So write mathematical formulation delta k by x r k. R is leaving basic variable suffix, that is first suffix 1k equal to maximum of delta j by x1j such that x1j less than 0. So maximum of these two ratios, and x1 is entering basic variable. Okay. So in the next solution, this s1 is replaced by x1. The other two variables remain same. So next solution, table 2. Take the structure of the table. Consider the previous table. Okay, this is previous table. Right. First s1 is replaced by x1. So here x1. Remaining two places same, s2, s3. x1 cost minus 1, s2, s3 cost zeros. First step to fill the table is divide pivot row by pivot element minus 1. So divide first row by minus 1. So minus 4 by minus 1, 4. Minus 1 by minus 1, 1. 1 by minus 1, minus 1. Minus 1 by minus 1, 1. 1 by minus 1, minus 1. 0 by minus 1, 0. 0 by minus 1, 0. Second step, fill the basic variable columns with unit matrix. So x1 first place, x1 column, first place 1, remaining zeros, and delta j value 0. s2 second place, s2 column, second place 1, remaining zeros, and delta j value 0. s3 third place, s3 column, third place 1, remaining zeros, and delta j 0. Third step, calculate the remaining entries. To calculate this entry, the present value is 8 minus pivot column element 1 by pivot element minus 1 into pivot row element minus 4. See here, 8 minus 1 by minus 1 into minus 4. Simplify this, minus or minus plus. 8 plus 1 into minus 4, that is 8 minus 4, 4. So here 4. For other entries in the row, this plus 1 is fixed. You just replace the present value here and the pivot row value here. To calculate this value, consider this value 2, 1. Replace 2 here, 1 here. So 2 plus 1 into 1. 2 plus 1, 3. This is 3. To calculate this value, replace 2 minus 1. 2 plus 1 into minus 1. 2 minus 1, 1. To calculate this value, replace 0, 1. 0 plus 1 into 1. That is 1. Okay, this is second row calculation. Similarly, to calculate third row, so this present value minus 2 minus pivot column element 0 by pivot element minus 1 into pivot row element minus 4. Simplify this, minus or minus plus 0. Minus 2 plus 0 into remaining 0. So minus 2. Okay. So for this whole row calculation, here we have 0. So we get the same values. Okay. So this is minus 1, 1, 0. Okay, like that. So this is next feasible solution. Find delta J values. Delta 2. So CB x2 minus this value. So minus 1 into minus 1. Plus 1. 0 into 3, 0. 0 into minus 1, 0. So plus 1 minus or minus 2. Plus 2. That is 3. Next, delta 3 value. This value into this column into this column. So minus 1 into 1. Minus 1 plus 0 plus 0. That is minus 1 minus or minus 3. Plus 3. That is 2. Next, minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. 0, 0, minus 0. So 1. So these are delta J values. Observe the delta J values. All delta J greater than or equal 0. So this method can be applied. Now objective function value ZB. CB into XB. So minus 1 into 4 plus 0 into 4 plus 0 into minus 2. That is minus 4. Now verify the optimality condition. All delta J greater than or equal 0. And all XBI not greater than or equal 0. One of the values is negative. So optimal condition is not satisfied. Present solution is not an optimal solution. Again, we have to improve the solution. We have only one negative value. Itself it is the minimum value. And the corresponding variable S3. S3 is leaving basic variable. So this is pivot row. And observe the entries in the pivot row. All entries in the pivot row are not greater than or equal 0, since one of the entry is negative. So the problem has a feasible solution. So now consider the ratio of negative entries corresponding with delta J values. So this is a negative entry and delta J value is 3. So 3 by minus 1. 3 by minus 1. And all other entries are greater than or equal 0. So we have only one ratio, that is itself maximum ratio, and the corresponding variable x2 is entering basic variable. So x2 is entering basic variable. So in the next solution, this variable S3 is replaced by x2. This is table 3. Now take the structure of the table and consider the previous table. So S3 is replaced by x2 in third position and other two positions as is. Next, x1 cost minus 1, S2 cost 0, x2 cost minus 2. First step, divide pivot row by pivot element minus 1. So 2 by minus 1, 2, 0 by minus 1, 0, minus 1 by minus 1, 1, 1 by minus 1, minus 1, 0 by minus 1, 0, 0 by minus 1, 0, 1 by minus 1, minus 1. Next, fill the basic variable columns. X1 first place, X1 column, first place 1, remaining 0 and delta J 0. S2 second place, S2 column, second place 1, remaining 0 and delta J value 0. X2 third place, X2 column, third place 1, remaining zeros and delta J 0. Next, to calculate this value for this present value 4 minus pivot column element minus 1 by pivot element minus 1 into pivot row element minus 2. Simplify this, minus gets cancelled. 4 minus 1 into minus 2. That is 4 plus 2, 6. Okay. So for this row calculation, this minus 1 fixed. So to calculate this value, x3 value, present value 1, 1. Just replace 1 here, 1 here. So 1 minus 1 into 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. To calculate this, S1. Replace minus 1, 0. So minus 1 here, 0 here, 0 here. So minus 1 into 0. That is minus 1. For S3, replace 0, 1. 0 minus 1 into 1, minus 1. This is first row calculation. To calculate second row, present value 4 minus pivot column element 3 by pivot element minus 1 into pivot row element minus 2. Simplify this, 4 minus or minus, plus 3 into minus 2. 4 minus 6, minus 2. This is minus 2. For this row calculation, plus 3 fixed. Just replace this value and this value. Right. To calculate this, consider this. 1, 1. Just replace 1 here, 1 here. 1 plus 3 into 1. 1 plus 3, 4. To calculate this value. Replace 1, 0. Here 1, here 0. 1 plus 3 into 0, 1. To calculate this present value, 0, 1. Replace 0 here, 1 here. 0 plus 3 into 1, 3. Okay. Right. Find the delta J values. This value, CB into this column, that is minus 1 into 0, plus 0 into 4, 0, minus 2 into minus 1, plus 2, minus or minus 3, plus 3. So 5. Here, next, this value. So minus 1 into minus 1, 1, 0, 0, minus 0. So 1. Here, minus 1 into minus 1, plus 1, 0 into 3, 0, minus 2 into minus 1, minus plus 2. So 2 plus 1, 3, minus 0. 3. Solve delta J greater than or equal to 0. Still the method is applicable. Now verify the optimality condition. Before that, what is the objective function value here? CB XB. Minus 1 into 6 plus 0 into minus 2 plus minus 2 into 2. That is minus 6 minus 4 minus 10. So now optimality condition is not satisfied since one of the values in the solution is negative, itself minimum value. The corresponding variable S2 is leaving basic variable. Circle this. Right. Now observe the entries in the pivot row. All entries in the pivot row are greater than or equal to 0. There is no negative entry. So you need not consider this. This is solution. We have to consider from this part only. This part. Okay. So right. All elements in the pivot row are greater than or equal to 0. So we are not able to find the entering basic variable. That means the problem has no feasible solution. That is, problem has infeasible solution. Okay. So this is the way to identify the infeasible solution to a problem if exists.